Managing time can be a challenge to many students, especially to those who are used to procrastination in their early years of schooling. They will realize unless they learn how to manage their time better, things are just gonna get even harder on them. Let's take, for example, this boy. Now, he used to get pretty decent grades until he started getting used to this bad routine that he now simply can't stop doing. His life starts out like any other student. When he arrives home, however, his homework isn't the first thing that he does. The first thing of what he does when he gets home is pretty much just wasting time. Now, he first takes about an hour nap, whether he needs it or not. When he wakes up, he then eats dinner. Okay, so far, pretty normal, but after that, instead of starting homework, he turns on computer and begins surfing on the net. And after that, he just plays games, and his time of fun just lasts for several hours. And when he finally checks on the clock, he realizes that it's already 12, and he still hasn't started on any of his homework. In the end, the boy feels overwhelmed, and due to the homework load that he has to finish in a short amount of time, he just still can't handle it. Okay, so this lifestyle, if it continues for a long time, can get very tiring. Talk about hours of sleep that you get to miss. In order to stop this regular pattern, you might want to consider start managing your time better. I'm HP, and I'm here to give you small little tips on how you might get started. On tips on managing time. Before we begin buying ourselves an agenda, we might want to get to know ourselves better. A daily schedule can only work best if it's best for you. Start by finding out which hours of the day you function best. It can vary from person to person. Now, there are people who will work better at night, but be careful to those nocturnals out there. It is advised that you still sleep at least by 2 a.m. or else our bodies can't function properly. Next, we need to find out what to put on our agenda. We can begin by figuring out what's important. This chart might help you filter out some assignments. Number one thing you should finish is the one on the top right corner. Things in this area are things that are most important and most urgent. After that, it is advised that you should go to do things that are more important even though it's not that urgent. Next, you can do things that are urgent, and then after that, or sections before, you can just switch for later. Now, if you feel the 24-hour period isn't enough, you might need to pick up a little bit of your life and find those hidden times out there. I'm talking about little snippets of time that we usually look over, especially when we're in transitioning, or short little free times that are about 5 to 10 minutes long. They may be short now, but once they accumulate, they equal up to a lot of time. A small tip I picked up one day from my teacher is that not to work hard all the time, but you might want to pace yourself and just put enough work so that you can get a satisfying grade. Remember, we don't have all day. Now, let's put everything together and start buying yourself an agenda. If you can figure out your daily schedule by your head, then that's fine. But for starters, it's helpful to have a solid schedule in front of you. Nowadays, there's so many cool designs with little agendas that making schedules is less of a pain. Also, if you have a Gmail account, I suggest that you might want to take a look at a Google Calendar as well. Whatever it may be to help you make a daily schedule so that you can keep yourself in check. I'm HP, and these were the tips on managing your time.